Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from ZozostockWatch.com, and this is your stock watch list for Friday, the 2nd of March. All right, let's get right into it. Some news that came out after hours, courtesy of the Trade Exchange, built for traders by traders. SRRA, they did an offering after the bell tonight, SRRA. So that one is down in after hours, as you can see on our after hours chart there, our 5-minute after hours chart. TTPH appoints Larry Edwards as operating officer. What else did we have after the bell tonight? We had some earnings came out. SGYP had earnings after the bell. They beat by 3 cents, so that stock popping in the after hours tonight, SGYP. So keep an eye on that one. Splunk had earnings after the bell. Splunk, SPLK. That stock moving up in the after hours. They beat by 4 cents, also beat on revenue. That's a big price name there, but Splunk moving up. Sarepta Therapeutics also with their earnings after hours, ticking up a little bit on SRPT in the after hours. Let's see, what else do we have? PSTG. PSTG, they came out with earnings. They beat by 6 cents, beat on revenue. Stock moving down, though, in the after hours on that. RDUS misses by 16 cents. RDUS, that stock moving down a little bit in the after hours. AMBA beat by 8 cents. AMBA, and that stock moving up in the after hours on AMBA. TNDM beat on earnings. They beat by 7 cents, also beat on revenue, TNDM. So that stock was moving up into the close. Then they had their earnings. I don't think this candle is real. So we'll see on TNDM tomorrow because they beat on earnings. We'll see if we get a move in that. AOBC came out with their earnings. That's the old Smith & Wesson, AOBC. And this stock, after it was halted, it came open at around 4:35 p.m. and so they knocked that one down. ABOC, the old Smith & Wesson. Let's see, they missed on their earnings, revenue misses, and also they warned for the fourth quarter on AOBC. So a lot of bad news there on that one. RGR, the other gun maker, Ruger, also gapping down in the after hours tonight. NTNX had earnings after the bell tonight, and that one moving strongly, moving nicely up in the after hours on NTNX. So that one moving up. They beat. Let's see if I have that listed. Yeah, NTNX, they beat by 6 cents, and they also beat on revenues. Nordstrom's JWN, they missed JWN. That stock gapping down in the after hours. There was also an article in the New York Post about how they're probably not going to take themselves private, so that not helping the stock either. Let's see, what else do we have that came out after the bell tonight? Looking to see if there's a Gap. That's the one. GPS, Gap, popping up in the after hours tonight. They beat by 3 cents. Beats on revenue for GPS. SWN, Southwest Energy, beat by 3 cents. Beat on revenues. That stock also gapping up in the after hours. So GPS and SWN beat PK, Park Hotels. Not really familiar with the stock, but we'll check it out. PK, nothing much going on there on PK. And we'll keep scrolling. VMware, they beat by 6 cents. They beat on revenues. VMW. That stock moving down in the after hours. RTTR is going to be doing a 1-for-10 reverse split. That'll be effective on March 23rd, so in a few days on RTTR, so about 20 days, I guess. They'll be doing that reverse split. Reverse split. Sorry about that. And what else? Some earnings coming out before the open tomorrow. We have Foot Locker, JCPenney, JD, and Zeus, which is a steel company, Zeus. All right, Zeus Olympic Steel. So that'll be reporting earnings before the bell for Friday. All right, so that's some of your news courtesy of the Trade Exchange. Ugly day in the markets today. All right, I have a video I'm going to attach to this video on our TVIX trade, and we also traded U.S. Steel on the news of the tariffs today with Donald Trump making that news. So we got some very nice trades. Actually, even traded TZA today in the service. So all three of those nice winners for us today. TZA, TIVX, and TIVX is playing the market volatility and U.S. Steel based on the tariff news, and I'll attach that video. Let's go ahead and look at, I'm sure, you know by now, the SPY broke down below the 50 SMA. We are at this 100 SMA on my daily chart, so we'll see if they want to hold the 100 SMA. A little bit of a bounce in the SPY. I guess it's going to depend on the futures tonight. Currently, the futures, it's about 11 minutes after 7 my time. Dow futures are up 31.29 in that area. S&P futures are up 4. NASDAQ futures are up 12 points. But like I said, it's about 11 minutes after 7, so it's still early in the session for the futures. So we'll see how they do later in the evening and as the market opens up tomorrow. But so here's the SPY, and we'll take a look at the Q. Also rolling over, but Q's holding on the 50 SMA. The big names, Amazon, still holding up. A little bit of a turn down here as we got down to the 13 EMA, but they bounced it off of that, and they managed to close Amazon right back above the 10 SMA. So good strength coming back there in Amazon. That's the real general out there. Netflix, it's had a big run. Not much damage today to Netflix at all. Very strong, holding that 5 EMA. Also bounced off the 10 SMA, held above the 13. Apple, this stock moved down to the 13 AMA. They bounced it off of that and got it back above the 10 SMA. Google, I don't think fared as well. We'll see. Now, Google ended up down below the 10 SMA, and nice, big bearish kind of candle here for Google. Facebook, also one of the other weaker FANG stocks, I guess, underneath the 10 SMA, right back at that 150 SMA for Facebook. So, but the main leader, Amazon, you have to say, held up, nice bounce back, nice recovery, held up pretty well. So that's something that the bulls can rest their hat on tonight. Let's see what else that I want to go over. Let's look at the IBB. All right, the IBB still rolling over, still below the 50 SMA, so that's not going to help the biotech. So we are at this 200 SMA on the daily chart, but as you can see here, the RSI down below is below the 50 spot number here on the RSI for the IBB. XBI, pretty much same thing on the XBI. And get rid of some of those lines. So XBI. And then lastly, we'll just take a quick look at some of the small caps here. And you can see trying to hold the 150 SMA. We are below the 50 spot here on the RSI. They did try to bounce it off of the 150 SMA, which is at 148.23. So a little bit of a recovery there for the bulls. The 50 SMA is up ahead at around 154 area. And just back to the SPY. We use the SPY we watch the SPY throughout the day, and when we broke this 270, which is around 2,700 on the SPX, when we broke this 270 spot, you see the reaction here to the SPY, and when we broke that 270. And we were watching this in the service today, and we were ready for this. And that's exactly when we played TIVX, and we got this big pop-up in TVIX today when the SPY broke that big number there, the 270. So we'll have to see where the futures want to open up. Been taking it very light on the swing trades right now. We're mostly doing intraday trading in the service. So I have not so much of a watch list, but this is more of stocks that held up well today. So we'll kind of look at it that way, all right? ADMP got some nice volume today, 1.5 million, because I don't know where they're going to open this market tomorrow, but this is a list of kind of strong stocks today, not so much, like I said, of a watch list. AFMD, nice daily chart here, under 1 million shares, but a nice pop in AFMD, another biotech name. Acme held up held up pretty well. AKAM has that 69 level up above, holding above the 10 SMA. AKS, you kind of pick your names you like here. We traded US Steel today. We got a nice pop in that one, but AKS looking better now. And also Cliffs was mentioned on CNBC on their Fast Money show. I think it was Guy Adami that mentioned it as a stock to watch, and Cliffs pushing up in the after hours, so that one very strong. CATB, nice pop here, just under $2, volume 1.9 million shares. I like to, on down days, I like to look for strength. AMBA might be in play tomorrow. Might be a lot of shorts in this one. I don't think many were expecting good earnings out of AMBA, and the stock pushing up. So we'll have this one on watch to see if it wants to make a continuation move. Another name that was strong, BSTI, nice pop, over 2 million shares in BSTI. All right, so nice pop there in that name. FNJN held up well today, bounced off the 13 EMA, 1.3 million shares. The RSI is up here near 70 though, so that's, may need to do like a red to green or maybe a little bit of a pullback there in that name. ATOS, holding up, trying to get up over 75 cents on ATOS, and had 9 million shares traded in it today. An oil stock trying to maybe turn the corner here. If it can get up over, maybe $10.10, 6 million shares came into this name as it tries to turn back up. GPOR, keep your eye on that one. Gap Incorporated, big pop for the after the earnings after hours, so that'll be on watch maybe for a continuation move in GPS or maybe some type of pullback play intraday on that one. Lulu's been holding up through all this selling, LU, so that one holding up. Don't know if we'll get a trade in it tomorrow, but just noting that it has been holding up pretty well. NTNX had earnings after the bell, like I mentioned. That stock moving up, so that'll be on watch. RADA, RADA, had a nice pop today. It's just under that 225 number. Here's RADA on the chart here, nice pop, and a little bit light on the volume though, 196,000 shares, so that's a bit concerning. We're still under that 50 spot on the RSI for RADA, but if it breaks up through that 225, we might get some volume coming into that name. REPH, nice pop today. About 700,000 shares traded, so maybe this one will set up tomorrow. Splunk, like I said, big strong move after hours, so that might be on watch tomorrow. STLD, another steel name that might want to make a move. The high today was 48.59, so keep your eye on STLD. That one might want to make a continuation move. If the steels keep going, STLD might participate. Twitter actually held up pretty well today, but it's underneath the 10 SMA. I would need it to get up over that probably 32.55 area for Twitter. We had a previous high of 32.85, so maybe like 32.60, 32.55 for Twitter to turn the corner, but holding up through the selling today quite a bit. I mean, on a down day of the Dow down over 400 points, not bad relative strength there in Twitter. And let me see if there's anything else. HLIT had a nice pop, almost 2 million shares. HLIT, I believe they had earnings today, so big pop here in that name. And I think we'll leave it there. Oh, actually, here's one more I wanted to mention. I almost forgot. Gurn. Gurn held up well today. 2 million shares came into Gurn, basing under $2.50. So keep your eye on GERN. Maybe it makes a move tomorrow. So you can see kind of this wedge forming here on Gurn, the consolidation. If it gets up over this 250 spot, you might get a continuation move in GERN. I think that's it. I'll give you one more. Here's NOG. All right, trying to get up over 225, 1.7 million shares traded. We are getting over that 50 mark on the RSI, RSI 14. So we had a high today of 227. So either back over 225 or 227. This doesn't move that great intraday, so this would be more of a swing trade type of play. All right, for NOG. Let me see if there's any others. SENS turned up nicely today, a little bit under 1 million shares, but we are over that 50 spot on the RSI. The high today was $3.10, so nice move there on SENS. All right, keep that one on watch. And let me see if there's any others that I wanted to share with you fine YouTube folks. I think that's about it. We went through the steals. We went through a lot of stocks. Be cautious tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. And also, we'll be watching TZA tomorrow. You can kind of, pick your favorite here. TZA, if the market continues to move down, you can watch TZA, or we watch TIVX. We get trades in that, or you can do SPXU. Is another one. SDS is another inverse. If you're interested in that. Lab D, another inverse that could maybe make a move if the IBB starts to move down. There's also for the Dow, there's the DXD inverse. You see that moved up today, and then the SDow. All right, and that's another inverse, so you can watch those also. All right, folks, that's going to be it. This is Mike from ZozostockWatch.com. Thanks very much for the support on the channel. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate the views, but you got to hit that like button. That lets me know that you're out there, and hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Have a great night, everybody. Hope you didn't get hurt too badly by the market moving down. If you'd like to try our service, you can email me at ZozostockWatch Incorporated, INC@gmail.com. ZozostockWatch inc@gmail.com, and have a very special offer for my YouTube followers and subscribers. And if you email me, I'll get that right out to you as far as the special offer for YouTube subscribers. Thanks very much. Hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Have a great night.